Hey people, Intro here, 53, SD or Province, blue team, it's a bunch of Tyranids. We have two Hive Tyrants, first up is Riku's boyfriend, and we also have Dark Riku. These are durable heroes that walk through objects that cannot be suppressed with powerful offense and support, fighting melee by default with a basic synapse. I shall call you Enrique and Pablo. They have the same color scheme though, this is going to be tough. Alongside them is Floid as a Lictor Alpha, a melee specialist, infiltrate and disrupt, some powerful offense and a bit of support with a different color scheme. Hey, red team, Claw with a Plague Champion starts off with a damage of a time bolt gun, can get melee weapons, some strong utility and support, can also repair. Alongside, Commander 583 as a Lord General fighting in ranged combat, begins with a retinue of Stormtroopers, really strong defense and support, can also add to the retinue. Rounding off the teams, Val.Hero as a Warboss, a melee hero walking through objects, very good offense, disruption and support from the front lines. Perpetually pissed off as well on the east side against one of those big stumpy Hive Tyrants. This is Dark Riku here. Warboss thinks again about trying to grab that power point back towards the mid. Lictor Alpha being sneaky, going after the Lord General alongside some Hormagaunts. Poor Derek and Nigel are not going to survive this, I don't think. That was Derek going down first. Run, Nigel. Run, Nigel. Think of your mother. Nigel's gone. Is the Lord General going to fall down now? The Lord General makes it. Decent stomp from the Sentinel. Sentinel now getting quite low. There's some repairs, and there's a bunch of las guns, and I think they're going to be okay. Hormagaunts. Oh, maybe not. Chaos Space Marines in retreat path with some melee action. Hormagaunts on 3 models, and they get out. Double Termagants for Floyd, by the way. Double Termagants for all 3 Tyranid players, actually. Got some Toxin Sacks in as well. Bashing power, decapping power. Hive Tyrant, meanwhile. Riku's boyfriend in on the Heretics. I'm not sure what player this actually is, who's changed their name here, but it's alright, who cares? Riku's boyfriend it is. They got a decap, now they're trying to outshoot the CSM. CSM looking for some melee, of course. Claw with double Chaos Space Marines up. Got some Guardsman support. Termagants run. Looks like Enrique wants to hang out and say hello to the... Nope, he's going too. Over on the east side, Pablo runs. Sluggers coming in. The shooters got into the garrison. Double shooters it is for Val.Hero then. Warrior Brood up for Floyd. And Warrior Brood up for Dark Riku on this east side. Warboss gets a crack on Pablo as he runs. Warrior Brood backing off here. They don't want to fight a Warboss and Sluggers at the same time. And everything's like reinforcing and stuff. Oh, the Termagants are back out. Catachan Devils on the way for Commander. Did the CSM get Eternal War? One of them has. No upgrades here, nothing for the Heretics. Oh, Barb Strangler's nasty against those garrisoned units on that Warrior Brood there. Instant suppression and good chunks of damage, especially if you're garrisoned, because they get a damage bonus then. And they have to flee. They will be without those CSM for this fight. Sentinel gets in to risk a stomp and it pays off, I think. They're getting a lot of shots from the Termagants now. Lictor Alpha mixing it up. Hormagaunts pushing through. Where is the other Hive Tyrant? Here he is. Enrique's making it to the front line eventually. Probably going to see some improved synapse, you would think. Lictor Alpha causing a ruckus. Catachan's had the shotgun in. Plague Champion backs off quite low. That was a grenade launcher from the Catachans. CSM have to run. Hormagaunts messing them up in retreat. But they didn't drop a model there. And we have Grenade Launcher Heretics. Very effective against all of these Termagants. With area of effect damage, and they could disrupt them too. There's some Crippling Poison. Catachans don't like it. And Tyranids push through again onto the power. Riku's boyfriend Enrique here, the Hive Tyrant, has found some Guardsmen to try and eat. No, turns around. Noise Marines in play now for Claw. CSM taking huge amounts of damage in every fight, it seems like. How did those guys not drop a model? They had 3 models on like 50 hit points there. That was insanely lucky for Claw. Tyranids are sent packing, but some of them have stayed in play. Double termagants with toxin sacks of Floid able to stay in play. Riku's boyfriend did lose some termagants along the way, it seems, in amongst all this madness. Perhaps these fellas here. Sentinel needs repairs. And the node was rebuilt. Did they lose a generator as well? Maybe. On the east side, leveling up, is Dark Riku's Hive Tyrant. Then he runs with Rending Talons. There's a Pain Boy. Helps support these sluggers over here for Val.Hero. Has a heal over time ability that can only be used on Orks. These guys are going to wipe though. And they do wipe. Val.Hero losing sight of those sluggers for some reason. I'm not sure what else they were looking at there. He's stuck apparently. I'm not sure if they're referring to the Pain Boy or those sluggers that died. But something got stuck and Val.Hero is trying to unstick it, I suppose. Warboss completely built up here with Bang Bang Hammer, Cyborg Implants, Boss Pole, and then he runs. Crippling Poison and Suppression makes it tough for him to do anything if he's all alone. With no Pain Boy or no sluggers to draw that fire. Meanwhile, Gaunts of Floid getting through the mid onto the VP. 372, 459 as the players start to think about their tier 2s now. Riku's boyfriend with Ravener Brood up. Starts off with ranged Devourer weapons. They can Burrow Strike and you can upgrade them to become a full-on melee unit. No sign of improved Synapse. Nothing for the Lictor Alpha either. Nothing for the Plague Champion. Lord General did get the Medical Sergeant. There he is, in between Derek and Nigel there. Can hand out medical packs. Not sure why they got so close to stuff. Were they looking to tie up those warriors in melee, maybe? Yeah, they got really close and had to run. Derek and Nigel both down again. Damn it all. Storm Boys on the way for Val.Hero before they go tier 2. And it's tier 2 for Floid, Dark Riku, and Commander. Hive Tyrant of Riku's boyfriend getting in. Good special attack there. There's a Cacophony, but it won't knock down the Hive Tyrant. He's a big boy. Double Termagants flee. Catachan's doing some good work there. Warmagaunt's making it in. And of course that Hive Tyrant is still around. They've been a real pain in the arse to deal with over here, this Hive Tyrant. Warrior Brood backing off. Sentinel chasing through with Catachans. Hive Tyrant still getting some work done. That's Enrique there. What's going on with Pablo's side? Warrior Brood run from the scary Power Melee Storm Boys. Lictor Alpha was over here helping out. Runs from the shooters. Not sure why these guys are trying to stay in play. That's a special attack. Storm Boys are so bad at chasing. But now they jump these fellas. Getting some good chunks of XP, or maybe not. Didn't get that much XP. I thought they... Doesn't seem like they killed one of the warriors then. Maybe something else got that kill. Sentinel tried to get a decap, but double termagants with toxin sacks are a threat to that thing, so it backs off. Could have pushed up with it to support, but they didn't know what was back here. I think with the Catachans and those grenade launcher heretics, they could have done some work. But they can't see that stuff. Plague Champion's going to try and cap this contested wreck point. It's a Chimera on the way for Commander. Zone Throat up for Floid in tier 2. Artillery unit that had some nice passive support with health regen and basic synapse, of course. See those health regen hexagons popping up as it gets close to allied Tyranids. And the Lictor Alpha with a power melee weapon, Scything Talons on the way. We have Adrenal Glands up as well. More health and energy and regen of both of those things. 329, 459. Bloodletters for Claw, typically a good choice against Tyranids. Get a couple of Bloodletters out, they'll chop up things pretty good. Meanwhile, east side, Warboss with Ard Boys on himself. Pain Boy and Storm Boys getting stuck in. Did not replace the Sluggers. Ripper's taken out eventually. Here's some support now from a Chimera. Might need to run here, Dark Riku. Yep, Catachan's getting some work done. All that stuff runs. It should be okay. Those Termagants getting kind of low though. Everything gets out. They may follow through for a power bash. Storm Boy's just got their Nob Leader. And he's a big fella with a heavy melee axe. He might push through to get power down. Meanwhile, the other side. Oh, we have bonded exoskeleton for Enrique, Riku's boyfriend. All the way through onto base. Here are the bloodletters then. Oh, they go straight for the zone throat. This is Riku's boyfriend's zone throat, so they have 2 of them now. The health regen aura does not stack though, I don't think. 314 to 445. Electroshock grubs on the Sentinel. Can they finish it off? Electroshock from the Warrior Brood here. Getting very close. They do finish it off. It was a focused warp blast from the zone throw that got it down. 314, 434 on the VPs. Are we going to see some actual Venom Brood though? Doesn't look like it. Floyd's getting another zone throat. Hive Tyrants can get anti-vehicle weapons. No sign of them yet. Over back to the east side. Back over, I should say. English and words and the order they go. Warboss smacking on some Warrior Brood, gets crippled. Stormboy's going straight for the zone throat. They're a massive threat to this thing. Only has 310 hit points. Does have that shield, of course. There's a Bomber Boys, which didn't seem... It seemed to hit them. Didn't seem very well aimed. Zone throat gets away. Stormboy's jumping again, stunning on landing. Warboss, can they do a big stomp? Maybe they've done it already. That was Seismic Roar. Here comes some support for the Orks. Chimera taking some dings already though. Electroshock grubs and double zone throats with the focus warp blasts. Can they finish it? There's a smoke grenade up from the Catachans, providing some defensive buffs. Oh, Floyd did drop in some Venom Brood here. Didn't even spot her. Chimera lives though. 9 hit points. Stormboy's jumping in for the save. And the Chimera miraculously gets away. The Lord General did not get away. Which also means, sadly, that another Derek and Nigel have perished. Back towards the east, the west side then. Riku's boyfriend now with crushing claws. Easily able to deal with the Plague Champion who's got Plague Fist, Armor of Pestilence, and Icon of Nurgle. That should do quite a lot of work. Bloodletters do have a decent chunk of XP here. Tier 3 for Commander. Some more Heretics for Claw. Looks like they lost the Heretics, having to replace them here. Can we see some Heretic bodies? A bunch of them over there. They got Zone Throats, I bet. In a big clump like that. Chimera holding the mid, trying to stabilize it. Meanwhile, they may need to come to the east side. Hormagaunts with Adrenal Glands through onto Shooter Boy's Warboss is here though. And there's the big stomp. Maybe should have saved that for a bigger fight. Oh, but it might get a kill. Nope. Stormboys jump in with use your choppers onto the Warrior Brood. Powerful melee buff from the Warboss's global bar. And they're going to chew through those warriors so quickly. There's a Bomber Boy as well. That's super effective. And then they have to run. Because, you know, they're Stormboys. At some point, they must flee. Seismic Roar in there as well, of course. Another big stomp. 256 to 412. Got Riku's level 3 here. Already insanely tough with bonded exoskeleton. Can they win this fight? There's invulnerability up. Trying to get rid of this Warboss. And now some support for the Hive Tyrant thanks to Floyd. Getting a nasty flank here. Well, not really a flank. Just a supporting move. Chimera again getting quite low. Done really well with it, you got to say. Lehman Russ here now for Commander. Did they drop it in? They may have dropped it in because of the lack of red there. Goes for Executioner. It's more of an anti-vehicle variant of the Lehman Russ. Painboy dies. Lictor Alpha assassinates him. Level 2. Do they get away? Looks like they do. More Bomber Boys going on. Storm Boys not close enough to the Chimera to reinforce there. Damage on the Lehman Russ. Electroshock and those Focus Warp Blast. Another Electroshock rubber slows in. There's triple zone throats here. 2 from Floid, 1 from Dark Riku. Unable to push through. Really high pressure play from the Tyranids. That's what they're all about. Val.Hero down to 3 units, but they are in tier 3. Mark of Zinc CSM getting messed up here. Having to flee. Hive Tyrant back on the Plague Champion. Big chunks of damage per hit. Barely gets away, or do they? No, they don't. Hive Tyrant gets the kill. Just mauls the Plague Champion, and now they're down twitching, waiting for some help. These guys having to flee. I think they're alright, although may lose a model. Crunch. They're okay. 221 to 395. Flash Gits on the way for Val.Hero. Carnifex for Dark Riku. Red team getting their natural VP back. And look at this push coming. Zone threats have been awesome. They haven't really been threatened that much, actually, despite there being Storm Boys and Bloodletters. Haven't seen them. I don't think I've even seen their shield go down. Must have though, right? Big stomp, stunning that Lictor Alpha after the flesh hook. Executioner needs to pull some weight here. And here's Chimera coming in. Storm Boys getting a jump into the back lines. Electro shock. Here comes a bunch of Daka. Flash Gits are here with their snaz guns. I imagine we'll see blasters though, right? Another electro shock for the Leman Russ. Venom Brood are here. Leman Russ is really threatened. Where's the repair support? Hive Tyrant is messing up the repair support. That's where it is. Looks like the Hive Tyrant is gone. Plasma guns on at least one of those guardsman squads, I believe. Yeah, one of them has plasmas. The Carnifex with Venom Cannon. Massive threat to that tank. But it's a bit outnumbered here. Zone Thrope's doing work again. Flash Gits, they don't have the blasters yet. Val.Hero perhaps wants something else on the field first before he upgrades those fellas. Back to the west side. Plague Champion still down. Bloodletters flee. What is this? Oh, this is a Ravna Brood underground here. With enhanced muscle coil, allows them to burrow indefinitely. And do this. And then massively threaten you in melee. Those fellas get away alright. On the power again. Here comes Val.Hero all the way from the east side to see what's going on. There's that Leman Russ. It did survive. Can they build off this now, the red team? Tyranids haven't fully got their tier 3 rolling yet, I don't think. I think this is the only tier 3 unit they have so far. Another Carnifex on the way this time for Riku's boyfriend though. Floid. I don't think they have the population to get a Carnifex up. With the double zone tropes and the Venom Brood, they might need to chuck away some of the Termagants. Which would probably be worth it. 221 to 295, 2-1 for the blue team. More Flash Gits from Val.Hero. Ouch, lots of damage to the Leman Russ to contend with. Here's the repairs. Maybe some repairs at some point. Blastmaster flees. Bloodletters completing a cap on the west side, and then they phase out of existence and try to leave, not taking any damage when in that state. Warboss getting knocked over by Focus Warp Blast, I believe. 221 to 290. Commander getting a heavy weapon squad. Landraider Phobos on the way for Claw. Try and combat the inevitable Carnifexes. Here is Floyd's, which is also Venom Cannon. So is there 3 now? But didn't Riku's boyfriend get one as well? Yeah. No upgrades for that guy yet though. Pushed up really far here to Tyranids. It's gonna think can backfire. They're trying to crowd out the VP. The west side is being taken, I believe. Bloodletter's trying to get on it again. We are going to see a Thorn back over here. Double cap for the blue team. Borrow striking Raveners in the back line. Just took out all of that stuff with that disruption there. They didn't want to stick around. Can the Phobos be the difference and break stuff? Here's the double flash kits, but they don't have blasters. So I'm not sure what the plan is. I mean, they do really good piercing damage DPS, but you want blasters to blow up like Venom Broods and Warrior Broods and stuff super quickly. Rocks dropped in. I mean, it forced a retreat, but didn't do much damage. Now they're moving on a Carnifex here. Lord General with fire on my target. Does have a las cannon. That's snaring anti-vehicle damage. Carnifex trying to chase down the Leman Russ. Las cannon with a lot of targets to shoot at, I guess. There we go. Try and focus on that one, maybe. They need more anti-vehicle. And now maybe they have it. Here's the Lamar de Phobos with las cannons on the side sponsons. Carnifex tried to charge out. Knows what's coming with that Phobos. Ripper's spawned in to mess things up. Throws them into the Blastmaster. I think it's going to be alright. Warboss gets crippled and then flesh hooked. Now has heavy armor. And that boss pole could be vital in these big team fights. It does buff everything, not just Orks. Everyone's impressed by the boss pole. Warrior Brood, what are you up to, fellas? I guess they were forced into melee by the Plague Champion. Plague Champion level 2. Find some Venom Brood to crack with that Plague Fist now. That was a Aura of Decay going off. Oh, and then goes down. Some Carnifex melee there. Just saw a Lictor coming in for Dark Riku. We have a Swarm Lord on the field. Super unit for Tyranids. If the Carnifexes weren't super enough, here's this fella. 4 Bone Swords, knows how to use them. Also gives you a speed and reinforcement synapse. And yes, that speed synapse does affect the Carnifexes. Phobos has turned around. Doesn't have rear armor, but can't fire effectively if it's turned like that. There we go. Hits are turning. Leman Russ still going. Manticore on the way for Commander. That could be superbly great or a big waste, as Manticores often are. CSM getting caught by Raveners. That's a bad time for those fellas. They are okay though. 171, 178 is very close. Red team starting to stabilize though, with a 2-to-1 cap and a VP lead and a Nob squad. Just got their Nob leader in. West side, what's going on? Bloodletters. A much worse fight for the Ravener Brood compared to those CSM. Red team rotating here a bit. Well, Claw is. Commander's not moving. Claw could get 2v1 here, needs to be careful. Phobos is a slow, big old thing. Okay, here's the response from Commander. Phobos taking a bunch of damage though. Those Zone Throat shots and the Venom Cannon Carnifex and the Venom Brood taking huge amounts of damage. Riku's boyfriend trying to get in with Crushing Claws. Invulnerability up. Ravener Brood trying to block pathing. Gonna lose it. Down goes the Phobos. Just got slightly out of position. And that was enough. Everyone focused it down and they got it. Well played, blue team. Can this Carnifex survive now? Getting Symbiosis from the Zone Throat. It seems to have survived. Here's the Thorn back of Riku's boyfriend. 165 to 143. A triple cap now for the Tyranids. Hitting back hard, eh? Tier 3 Lictor for Dark Riku. Nob squad flee. Swarmlord could maybe get a nice blade flurry on those fellas. Orks need a bunch of reinforcing. I think they have the resources for it though. Maybe Claw should get a las cannon of their own here. They don't have single markers each. Lictor Alpha is level 3 with Lone Hunter. 1-to-1 cap here. Leman Russ having a little look and then backs off. Blue team needs to get the west side back. 2v1 against them. We do have a decent VP lead now from that triple though. Still no blasters for the flash kits. Looks like the Tyranids are going to get the west side back. Ravener's mixing it up in the back lines. They've done a great job with that. Very distracting. It takes a while to deal with them, as you can see there. Everything able to push up while they do that. 150 to 99. Leman Russ needs repairs. It's getting some. Is it enough? Tyranno formation. Makes the Leman Russ move. Perhaps where he didn't like to, and he goes down. I think one of the Tyranno formation towers got it. 150 to 94. Has that broken the red team now? Can they mount a comeback from this? What is this? Oh, Shooter Boy is going for a cap, I think. You guys going to go through the middle? Nope, they want to murder things. Swarm Lord mixing it up. There's a Weird Boy. Tier 3 Lictor on it. Nob Squad, go for the... What are they doing? Nob Squad seem very confused. There we go. They've settled on the Swarm Lord. That was a Blade Flurry. Oh, that killed the Warboss, I think. That was awesome. They popped their Frenzy and kind of run. Gonna go for the Lictor now. There's only 3 of them. I need to be careful. Oh, it's a call to boys. Then a Seismic Roar, and then user choppers coming in. And there's Leech Essence from the Swarm Lord to heal up off the surrounding enemies. And I think they're just getting out of here now. Maybe. Hive Tyrant still wants to fight. There's Ard Boys on the knobs now. Some Gretchens on the field for Val.Hero. Maybe the medical ones to help out the Nob Squad between fights. 150 to 66 on the VPs. Blue team taking back the west side. A Chaos Predator for Claw. How many Carnifexes are there? I think Floid has at least 1. So at least 4 around, and a Swarm Lord. So there is a decent amount of vehicle armor to deal with. Yeah, there's Floyd's Carnifex. Getting some las cannon shots on it. Well, that Lictor Alpha now with Menacing Visage is forced to retreat. Tyranno formation. This thing's going to have a bad day. Doesn't get knocked over because of that shield, but almost wiped it. Pathogens must flee as well. Chimera's been pretty awesome. It's level 3 now. 1-to-1 cap. About 100 VPs to make up for the red team. They're not giving up, but they're really up against it. Val.Hero's lost one of their flash kits as well. Carnifex is marching through. Are they going too far? Well, this thing can charge out. And there is a Mark of Zinch Chaos Predator to help against all these Carnifexes. Really good anti-vehicle option. And it does indeed have to charge out. Don't think he wants to try to go toe-to-toe with the Carnifex though. With that Venom cannon, look at the damage. West VP. Plague Champion flees. Hive Tyrant does the capping. Single here for the Tyranid team. Are they able to see this through? They're going to get a 2-to-1, I think. There's the 1-to-1. Stops the counter. Riku's boyfriend gets another Carnifex. There's a 2-to-1. Can they hold on to this west side? Nob Squad trying to try and brute force their way through. Warboss is here to buff everything as well. Pathogens need to move up. Need to push alongside the Orks here. So they're trying now. I think they can get this Carnifex down. Full momentum from the Nob Squad. Las Cannon's getting shots as well. Down goes the Carnifex. They also get the Hive Tyrant as that Synapse Backlash. Manticore. Few decent hits in there. GG though, with a double cap at the end. The Tyranids able to hold on, able to steal this with a tier 3 Lictor from Dark Riku with that fast capping. Brutal game. Frantic game. Look at the amount of crap on this west side now. A level 4 Hive Tyrant. Level 4 Lictor Alpha. Level 5 Hive Tyrant. Never got an accessory, that guy. Plague Champion level 4. That Phobos loss was pretty rough. Just strayed a little bit too far forward. Lord General was down. Had that sniper rifle. And a level 5 Warboss fighting to the end on the west side. There you have it, guys. Thank you all for watching. Awesome game, I think. And I'll see you next time.